Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So I tell you, this entire thing regarding Hillary Clinton and the emails, it's so absolutely pathetic. The FBI report was just released on Friday, and they revealed a whole bunch of stuff that Hillary could not remember, ranging from important information pertaining to her former office, Secretary of State, and also various events that took place when she was Secretary of State. And all of a sudden, she forgot. Couldn't remember. We have a list right here. Listen to this. Stuff Hillary couldn't remember in the FBI interview. This is by livezet.com, by their Politizet section. Listen. When she received security clearance, couldn't remember that. Being briefed on how to handle classified material, couldn't remember it. How many times she used her authority to designate items classified, couldn't remember. Any briefing on how to handle very top secret special access program material, couldn't remember. How to select a target for a drone strike, couldn't remember. Couldn't remember that drone strikes, information pertaining to that, were confidential. How the data from her mobile devices was destroyed when she switched devices. Couldn't remember. The number of times her staff was given a secure phone. Couldn't remember. Why she didn't get a secure BlackBerry. Couldn't remember. Receiving any emails she thought should not be on the private system. Couldn't remember. Did not remember giving staff direction to create private email account. Couldn't remember. Getting guidance from the state on email policy. So if she didn't know, she could have contacted the State Department and said, hey, I don't know the email policy here. Am I allowed to have a private home server? No, she didn't remember ever contacting the state to find out what she is able to do under the law pertaining to having a home server. Couldn't remember ever contacting the state. Who has access to her account? She couldn't even remember who has access to her email accounts. She couldn't remember who had access to her BlackBerry account. The process for deleting her emails. Ever getting a message that her storage was almost full. Anyone besides Huma Abedin, her assistant, being offered an account on the private server. Being sent information on state government private emails being hacked. Receiving cable on State Department personnel. Securing personal email accounts. Receiving cable on Brian Pagliano upgrading her server. Using an iPad mini. Can never remember using an iPad mini. Now, how many of you remember using an iPad? I remember using an iPad. First time? Yeah, of course you remember that. You remember first time that you use a device, so could never remember using an iPad mini. In October 13th, 2012 email on Egypt with Clinton pal Sidney Blumenthal, Jacob Sullivan using personal email. State Department protocol for confirming classified information and media reports. Every briefing she received after suffering concussions in 2012. Couldn't remember that. Every briefing she received after suffering the concussions in 2012. Couldn't remember it at all. So right there, that shows if she couldn't remember any of the briefings after her concussion in 2012, how is she going to remember the duties of the presidency? She's not going to be able to. Being notified of an FOIA request on December 11th, 2012. Didn't remember that. Being read out of her clearance. Didn't remember that. Any further access to her email account from her State Department tenure after switching to her HRC office.com account. Couldn't remember that. So you have all of these various things that Hillary could not remember. Told the FBI she could not remember in this interview. But see, here's the problem. She said she couldn't remember any of the briefings. Couldn't remember any of the security briefings that she had. She told the FBI that she never received briefings on the info. That she was never briefed on how to handle this situation. Well, according to a report that we have here, Hillary signed an agreement. I can't get through this. She signed an agreement stating that she, in fact, did receive briefings on that. This is absolutely amazing. She signed the Classified Information Non-Disclosure Agreement. And this was on January 22nd, 2009. And I want you to listen to what this agreement says. reads, I hereby acknowledge that I have received a security indoctrination concerning the nature and protection of classified information. Signed an agreement stating that she, in fact, received a briefing on that. And now all of a sudden she doesn't remember. She's saying that she didn't. And here's another big kicker here. She held 17,500 emails from the FBI. You know those 30,000? Yeah, they weren't work-related. They were just pertaining to, yoga stuff that I was participating in. Personal matters. Lord knows what that means. Cars exploding, going to Clinton rallies to protest. No, we're kidding. No, we're joking. But anyway, so 17,500 emails were withheld by Hillary Clinton that were apparently work-related, according to the Washington Examiner that came out of the FBI. And then another thing that we have is that apparently she did not know that the label C on the emails that she received, the little label C, she didn't know that meant classified. She did not know that a C label meant that was a confidential email. Absolutely unbelievable. And see, the thing that we really have to ask ourselves here is if she did not think or even, get the hint that a C label would mean confidential, what in the world did she think that C meant?
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about the other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Giving fuel to her critics, Clinton told investigators she didn't know the letter C on her emails meant, confidential. Brian Yennis is live in our New York City newsroom with the details. Brian?
Hi, Greg. Well, the Clinton campaign is saying they welcome the release of these FBI notes because they say it proves Clinton did not intentionally mishandle classified information because she did not know she was doing anything wrong. In the interview, she said more than 36 times she could not recall key details, like she could not recall receiving training on handling classified documents. She did not understand C markings meant classified or confidential and did not realize drone strike discussions were classified.
So, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Yeah, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie starts with C. Yeah!
Her running mate, Tim Kaine, defended Clinton.
Now, I'm on two committees in the Senate, the Armed Services and Foreign Relations committees, where we do look at classified material. But we look at so much material, unless it is specifically pulled out and identified, it is difficult to know sometimes whether a statement or a paragraph is classified or not. And that's what she was saying.
Clinton says she trusted her subordinates not to send classified material to her email account, Greg. Well, Donald Trump says these notes further prove she's unfit to be president, tweeting yesterday, and I quote, lying Hillary Clinton told the FBI that she did not know the C markings on documents stood for classified. How can this be happening? Republicans particularly pointing out that things like that the FBI was unable to recover any of her 13 mobile devices because some were destroyed by him.
Cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie starts with C. Yeah! Cookie starts with C. Oh boy! Cookie starts with C.
All right, enough of that. So yeah, I guess cookie starts with C, so that's good enough for Hillary Clinton. I tell you, this is madness. How in the world are you not briefed on that, number one, especially after you sign the thing that says, yeah, I was briefed fully on, keeping this information secure, keeping this information confidential. And now all of a sudden she's saying, oh yeah, I don't remember. If she doesn't remember anything that happened after her concussion in 2012, then how in the world is she going to be able to physically serve as president? She can't. The woman is unfit physically to hold office. I mean, and that's another thing that we have here. Hillary Clinton had another coughing spell. Had another big, coughing thing, that just happened at one of her campaign rallies. And once again, that's getting reported. But her health is, quite a big concern to a lot of people. They're wondering, is Hillary Clinton okay? Is she, able to, physically be able to hold the office? And when you have all of this stuff that's coming out where she can't remember anything, telling the FBI that she couldn't remember. She was having a coughing fit at the Benghazi hearing, if you remember that too. So, I mean, guys, she's not well. She is not well. I mean, that's all this woman's doing now is just having coughing attacks. And guys, I'm going to tell you, it should be concerning to people in that aspect of it, but it should also be concerning if she's not able to remember important stuff that's basic to all of us. Like all of you out there, if you worked for the government, I think that if you received an email with a C marking on it, you would be pretty clear, or at least get the hint, yeah, this is probably confidential. Now, drone strikes, for example. Selecting drone strike. You think that's confidential? Of course. That's first time we hear that. You and me both. First time that we hear that, of course, it's going to be confidential. You don't want the enemy to know what's going on, so you're going to keep that on the down low. You're not going to talk about it. That's top secret. You're going to avoid that. You're going to leave that alone. Now, top secret is a higher standard than confidential and all that. But still, you're supposed to keep that under wraps. And here Hillary saying, "Oh yeah, I didn't know that was the secret." Well, then who briefed her? Because I guarantee eventually on down the road, they're going to be the ones that are going to be held accountable for this. Because first she's saying, "Oh yeah, I was never briefed on that. Nope, never happened. Not me. No, it did not happen." Now all of a sudden, we're finding out she was briefed on it, but she doesn't remember. So everything's better. Yeah. Well, and this is the thing that I have to stress this. If she cannot remember basic information, if she cannot remember procedures and protocols to keep our information safe, to keep our information secure. I mean, this is a woman that is going to be getting her hands on the nuclear codes. If she cannot comprehend that you have to keep that information secure, confidential, do not allow that to get out, it's classified. If she cannot comprehend that, then she is unfit to hold office. And she does not belong anywhere near Washington, D.C., or any state capital even. She doesn't belong in any leadership position, not even dog catcher. I mean, for crying out loud, she probably couldn't even remember, "Oh, well, how do I catch the dog again?" Although I do know that she gets along, really well with dogs, considering her experience that took place on the campaign trail. So, I mean, yeah, that's something all in its own. But I tell you, it's so absolutely amazing to me to see all the scandals that this woman has been involved in, all of the corruption that she's been involved, all the lies that she has taken part in, and people are still supporting her. In my opinion, after all the lies that Hillary Clinton has uttered, it should be down to Donald Trump versus Gary Johnson. And with this information coming out that Hillary Clinton has lied repetitively, it really just does show how dishonest, how deceptive, and how evil the National Democratic Party is in the United States of America, that they would select this woman to serve as their nominee. Because I don't care what anybody says. If you think that Donald Trump is a lesser of two evils when this woman has repetitively lied numerous amounts of times, then sorry, you really have bad judgment. Because Donald Trump is running for the sake of, I think he genuinely wants to make America great again. He wants to work to solve the problems that we are facing as a nation. Hillary Clinton is running because she just wants the power. She thirsts for that power. And she's going to do anything that she can, possibly do, any steps that she can possibly take to get that high position of authority that comes along with the presidency. And people need to see through that. So if you are going to bring it down to a lesser of two evils thing, and that's the way that you're seriously looking at this election, then Hillary isn't your gal.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Great to have you with us. Oh, my. This is amazing. So, listen to this, guys. WikiLeaks has just reported something new. And apparently, from what they've collected, they found and reported that Clinton sent and received thousands of cables with C paragraph classification markings. So guess what that means? That means that she received thousands of classified emails in her private server inbox. But what was it that she said? What did she say? I never received any classified emails. No, never, ever received any classified emails. That's exactly what Hillary Clinton expressed numerous amounts of times in the few press briefings that she delivered. And the reason why she's not doing any press briefings anymore is simply because of that. It makes her look bad. It reveals that she is a complete liar, and she just doesn't want that. She does not want any of that to get out. She just wants to keep that all on the down low, does not want to address the press because it reveals that she cannot tell the truth. She lies about everything. Every single time that woman opens her mouth, she lies. And, thousands, because this is what we're going from. Hillary said that I have never received any classified emails. And now all of a sudden she's received thousands of these things in her private email box. And guys, I'm telling you, and here's the thing, all right? I'm going to go ahead and play some audio here for you. This is from Fox News, but go ahead. I want you to listen to this. This is a real short segment here. Hillary Clinton denying that she ever received any classified emails. Go ahead.
I will reiterate, because it's a fact, nothing I sent or received was marked classified. Now, what happens when you ask or when you are asked to make information public is that it's reviewed and different agencies come in with their opinions. As you know, just recently, Colin Powell's emails were retroactively classified from more than 10 years ago.
Right.
As he said, that was an absurdity. I could not agree more.
So your contention now is the 2,101 emails contained information that should be classified at any time. That should be now or then. You're just saying shouldn't have been classified.
Well, what I'm saying is it wasn't at the time.
Okay, so that's Hillary Clinton there for you. Hillary Clinton stating that those emails that she received, they weren't marked classified, and now we're finding out, that's just a complete, utter lie. And Colin Powell, by the way, ended up coming out and stating, she's trying to blame the entire thing on me. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up that article here for you, since she mentioned it, him in that clip. But Colin Powell came out and said, the entire Clinton campaign is trying to just completely blame this entire thing on me. I did not tell Hillary. I don't remember telling Hillary any of that. And guys, it's just so absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that Hillary's just trying to play this little scapegoat thing, blaming other people, stating that she never sent or received any classified emails, and now all of a sudden we're finding out that she did. Wrote a column, and this was the column before this most recent one that I put out, but Hillary was stating that it was Colin's fault. Hillary blamed General Powell for her carelessness, and I'm going to go ahead and just read this entire thing to you. Well, here, I'll read the statement. Let's see, we'll start up here. Okay, an official statement to NBC News. Powell, his office, addressed the entire matter that Hillary was blaming him for being responsible for giving her the advice, it's all right to have a home server. Toward the end of the evening, it said, General Powell has no recollection of the dinner conversation that Hillary is using to justify all of her, ridiculous remarks. And I added that last part in there. But anyway, General Powell has no recollection of the dinner conversation. He did write former Secretary of State Clinton in an email memo describing his use of his personal AOL account for the unclassified messages and how it vastly improved communications within the State Department. The statement went on to reveal that at the time, there was no equivalent system within the department. Powell used a secure state computer on his desk to manage classified information. So while the general used a personal email account, it is important to note that he did not have an email server at his house, as the Times reported. He used a generic AOL account for personal unclassified messages. Technology also advanced, and the policies regarding governmental electronic communication became stricter between Powell and Clinton, in all that time that took place in office. So, guys, it brings you back to the original point. If Hillary cannot even follow a simple email procedure, how in the world can we expect her to fulfill the duties of the presidency? You can't. Simple as that. I tell you, this is so absolutely insane. By the way, Mark Levin, big headline on Breitbart.com. Mark Levin has just announced that he is going to be voting for Donald Trump. And he's one of the never Trumpeters that was going out there. And I figured he was going to come around to it. But, because I met Mark Levin last year at Value Voter Summit, and that's coming up towards the end of the week. And probably I'd say on Thursday, I'm going to be on my way to D.C. Thursday, I'm not going to be here, but more than likely, I will be doing some shows. I'm going to be doing some recording at least, while I'm down in D.C. So I'll be bringing you some live content, from, the Value Voter Summit there. So you can be sure to look forward to that. If you don't hear it on Friday, you'll be able to hear it next week. We're probably going to turn that into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's show of next week. Might do it on Friday's show. We'll have to see. But anyway, guys, on Tuesday, Mark Levin, who's a conservative talk radio host, said that he's voting for Donald Trump. Levin began by stating that he was not a cheerleader early on for Trump. He then started the election, binary between Trump and the Democratic presidential nominee, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. He then said that I'm going to vote for Trump. I take no responsibility for the dumb things he says or the dumb things his surrogates say. But he is voting for Trump. So there you go. And that's the thing that a lot of people are going to have to, realize, especially those who once supported Ted Cruz. We cannot have Hillary Clinton. If Hillary Clinton gets in there, it will be far worse than a Trump presidency. Okay. And I'm somebody who is, I don't mind Trump. I like Trump. I think that some of his policies are great. One of the things that really needs done is securing the border. If he stays strong on that and doesn't compromise it, I think that it's just that alone will be a fantastic feature that will come along with the Trump administration. I think that'll be great. Here's the problem, though. If Trump does end up caving on some of this stuff, which I don't think he will, and based upon what he's told his supporters, he's not going to. I know that the news media oftentimes has painted him as saying, oh, yeah, he's flip-flopping, but from what I understand, they still have to leave, and they still have to come back the right way. And they have to get in line like everybody else. That's what Trump's position has been from the get-go. But you've had members of his campaign that have, made remarks that the media has twisted around saying, well, maybe he's going to change and soften his tone on illegal immigration and all this other stuff. So who knows? Okay. But, overall, we have to have the border secure. We have to secure the border because what ended up happening before 1986 when we granted amnesty, Ronald Reagan granted amnesty. He granted amnesty before we secured the border. And then he had the Iran-Contra scandal, which ended up interrupting everything. And they, didn't finish it. They didn't fully secure it. So that's a major problem there. So if we can secure the border first, then, and that's the thing that I've been trying to explain on, the radio, talking about a lot of these illegal immigrants that are here. Talking about the Republican Party and their position on it. They're wanting to just grant amnesty along with securing the border. You don't do that. We did it the first time and it didn't work. Simpson-Mazzoli Act. And there's another thing, not Donald Trump, but Rush Limbaugh has been really getting hammered because Rush said, okay, yeah, you know what? Leave them here. Leave them here. If they want to stay here, leave them here. But they just cannot vote for 25 years. That was a Limbaugh amnesty plan. We'll talk more about that after this.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program, the youngest syndicated talk personality on the radio in the United States of America. Great to have you with us. So, Rush Limbaugh is under attack in the Atlantic, and I was reading an article titled Rush Limbaugh's Ultimate Betrayal of His Audience. The talk radio host claims that he never took Donald Trump seriously on immigration. He neglected to tell his immigration-obsessed listeners. So that's what everyone's saying now. I've read this same exact agitprop that's bogus on redstate.com and various other websites that are just, that are stupid. It's so dumb. And some of these people, they're conservatives. And they're saying, yeah, Rush Limbaugh, he's betrayed us. He supported Trump, didn't warn his audience on Trump. That's not Rush Limbaugh's job. Rush has never endorsed primary candidates before. He just lets the election go, and then he endorses the Republican candidate. Because then it turns into our side versus their side. Okay, so everyone got really just aggravated because Trump did not endorse Ted Cruz, and we're calling him fake conservative for not endorsing Ted Cruz when Ronald Reagan himself passed on the torch of conservatism to him in a letter. So it's really just completely pathetic. And in this article, I was reading it, it's just full of complete malarkey, as Joe Biden would say. But go ahead and listen to this. For almost a decade, I've been angrily documenting the way that many right-wing talk radio hosts betray the rank-and-file conservatives who trust them for information. My late grandmother was one of those people. She deserved better than she got. With huge platforms and massive audiences, successful hosts ought to take more care than the average person to be truthful and avoid misinforming listeners. Yet they are careless on some days and willfully misleading on others. And that matters, as we'll come to see. Rush Limbaugh is easily the most consequential of these hosts. He has an audience of millions, and over the years, parts of the conservative movement that ought to know better, like the Claremont Institute, have treated him like an honorable conservative intellectual rather than an intellectually dishonest entertainer. The full cost of doing so became evident this year when a fraction of populists shaped by years of talk radio, Fox News, Breitbart.com, picked Donald Trump to lead the Republican Party, a choice that makes a Hillary Clinton victory likely and is a catastrophe for movement conservatism regardless of who wins. Now some movement conservatives are frustrated. Rush Limbaugh, no matter his entire career, doesn't matter, is one of the main reasons Donald Trump is the nominee for the GOP today. That's Caleb Ho, and he wrote that at Red State. Like Fox News and other Republican media outlets, he has cheered for Trump and Trump's rhetoric and Trump's rise all along. And he failed to warn his listeners about what would likely follow if Donald Trump won the Republican primaries. Had Limbaugh merely failed to foresee the future, that would be forgivable, especially if he took responsibility for the failure. Instead, Limbaugh betrayed his listeners, and a call this week on his program is the complete illustration of his betrayal. The caller was named Rick and lives in Los Angeles. The subject, various positions that Trump has stalked out on illegal immigration, particularly a recent reversal where he suggested he may not deport everyone. Why didn't the conservative media inform voters about the unreliability of Trump, who had only recently criticized Mitt Romney for being too harsh on immigration during the GOP primaries, when he pledged a course that was politically and logistically impossible? Rick broached those questions in his call and talked to Rush over it. And they include the whole transcript there. And then caller Rick said, caller Rick should have concluded by calling out Rush Limbaugh. The Chuck Todd interview from August 16th, 2015 is just as Rick characterized it, with Trump declaring that he wouldn't split up families because the whole unit would be deported. The next day, on August 17th, 2015, here's what Rush Limbaugh said on his program. He said, he goes on Meet the Press yesterday, and I have to tell you, the establishment is shocked, angry, and saddened. He came off as presidential. He had a serious immigration plan. And the key to Trump's immigration plan, this is Rush, the key to Trump's immigration plan is that it almost dovetails exactly with what with public opinion on immigration. So It said, it's kind of stunning. We've got 16 Republican candidates now, and there's only one with a unique view or different on immigration, and it's Trump. And that's what Trump stated, that's what Rush stated. And now everyone's saying that, well, Rush betrayed his audience completely because he didn't warn them of Trump. And I've been hearing this for, a long, long time, and I'm not going to even bother to read the rest of this thing. But I'll just, put this. There's a commentator or commenter on redstate.com that they also quoted. We had a golden opportunity to defeat Democrats this year, and you, along with Hannity and Ingram, Drudge, and others, built up Trump throughout the entire primaries. You folks had the magical, tingle up your leg every time, quoting Chris Matthews, every time he uttered his immigration nonsense. The wall is also another Trump made-up fantasy, just like deportation of 11 million illegals. You clowns made him, and now you clowns own him. Conservative talk radio is gone. So that's, so basically, conservative talk radio is done. So what are you guys still listening to me for? It's over. We're completely finished. And then we're finding out, Trump actually did not shift on immigration. He's still standing for what he's always stood for. Although it was concerning there when he had members of his campaign that, were coming across as maybe he was going to sway one way or the other. But from what I have heard Trump state, they're going to have to leave. They're going to have to come back. Now, will he always hold that position? We had all better pray to God, literally, that he does. Okay? But as of right now, he's still holding that position. Still support him, and we need Trump in there, especially after everything that I just read for you on Clinton. I mean, that should give you enough evidence. We do not need her to serve as president of the United States. That would be one of the worst things that could ever happen to the United States in modern day history. We cannot have Hillary Clinton to be the next president of the United States. But guys, that's what I'm trying to explain to you here. And by the way, because Jason has really had a hard time with this, my good friend Jason Villey at the Jason Villey program. I wonder, because I just thought about that with Mark Levin endorsing Donald Trump. Jason might actually start feeling a little bit more comfortable, we'll have to see. But no, there have been a lot of people that are concerned, and I understand their concern, and that's why I've often said, all you Ted Cruz supporters out there, all you cruisers, do not get mad at me, because I see your perspective. I mean, this guy went from being a liberal to now all of a sudden he's expressing conservative opinions. Is he genuine or is he not? I get that. I understand that. But what I'm telling you, that from what I've seen, I think that this guy is not going to be a bad president. I think he's going to genuinely try to make this country better. And if Trump is a good president, and if he successfully places conservative Supreme Court justices on the court, as Sam Clovis said on this program, Trump's advisor, then I think that we are in good shape, because it will give power back to the states on very important, especially on a social level. All you Christians out there, Christian evangelicals like myself, that's really great for us, because it brings everything back down to a state issue as the founders intended it. Every issue not mentioned in the Constitution is left up to the power of the states. That's what we need. That's where it should be. And that's what Trump has expressed time and time again, that he wants to institute. He wants to appoint Supreme Court justices on the court. Now, one of the biggest problems that I've had with Trump is pertaining to the bathroom policy, because on a personal level, Trump said, trannies can use my restrooms at Trump Tower. I don't care which one it is. Of course, that's an issue for me. It's an issue for you guys. And that's, not good. But the thing that I stated, and that I'll also express again on this show, is that while that is very concerning, considering that it's Trump Tower, Trump did state that it should be left up to a state issue, that it should be remaining as a state issue. It should not be placed on a federal level. So what that means is that while he is liberal on a personal level when it comes to that, he is, however, in support of state rights and not federalizing it. So that's a good platform to take. So as long as he holds that platform, we're in good shape. And it doesn't really matter what his personal position is on that. But it's when he starts saying, okay, we're going to impose this on the entire country, regardless of what people want in various states. That's when it becomes a problem. So,
keeping America straight. Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
If you've ever been looking for a way to invest your money, gold can be a very good investment. Let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is one of the best companies in the business dealing with gold and other precious metals. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and can offer spectacular information on investing in gold. All you have to do is call 1-800-932-4108, and they will give you the knowledge that you need to make an investment. Even if you've just been curious about purchasing gold, this is a great group that can provide you with reliable information. Call 1-800-932-4108 and also ask them about some of their ebooks, such as 10 Shocking Reasons Why You Should Buy Gold and the Definitive Gold Guide. These resources are great for anyone, especially those that are just curious about investing. Call 1-800-932-4108. And some of their products that they offer are quite amazing. I mean, they have the gold bars, they have the gold coins, but they also have this thing called a Valcambi bar. And this is basically just a little bar about the size of a credit card that can fit into your wallet, made up of little grams of gold. So anytime that you just want a gram of gold, you just break one of them off. It's really quite neat. So by all means, contact our friends at Capital Gold Group. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132.
Caiden Somebody had to say it.
Hola, mi amigo. Welcome to the Caiden Cowger program. Great to have you back with us for the final segment. So anyway, guys, one thing I wanted to express to you was something that has happened to me over the Labor Day weekend. I've been really, promoted on this show, a thing called Festival of Life that's taking place in Clarksburg, West Virginia. And a good friend of mine, Jonathan Shuttlesworth, along with his cousin, Teddy Shuttlesworth, still call him Teddy, Ted Shuttlesworth Jr., that's Ted Shuttlesworth's son, senior if you're familiar with him, the evangelist. But anyway, Jonathan is a really just a phenomenal evangelist. Is really called by God to work in that ministry. And I've been working as a volunteer for him at that event. I helped out one night. I think it was on Sunday, yeah. Then the second night I went to watch and wasn't able to make it down there today, unfortunately. But I tell you, it's just absolutely amazing to see what is taking place there. I kid you not, I was serving as a volunteer at this Festival of Life there in Clarksburg, and over 100 people before the event took place got saved. We had heroin addicts showing up. We had drug addicts showing up on Lord knows what. And they were coming to this event. And they filled the place. They had over 1,000 people that were there. Thousands of people attended this thing. Almost nearly 2,000. First night. And we had over 100 that got saved the first, before any of this stuff even, took place, before we even had the meeting. And then when the meeting took place, I was serving as one of the volunteers on the altar team, where we take the information after they're done, up front from the altar call. And Jonathan did an altar call after his sermon, and it was really just a phenomenal sermon. And I kid you not, 215 people from the head count came up from that altar call. Just completely, the stadium just, it's not a stadium, it's an amphitheater, but they just started walking down, and I talked with these people afterwards, because that was my job. I was talking with them, and these are people that were genuinely having a life-changing experience. There's one kid that was, that I was talking to that was on drugs, that was doing some other stuff, partying. He was probably around my age, and I said, so you're really having a life-changing experience here then? He said, yep. First time, he said, I've known about God. He said, but I haven't been where I needed to be. And he said, and then that changes tonight. And it just completely warmed my heart. I hadn't seen anything like it before. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was speechless. Actually, I wasn't speechless. I was saying there's a new name written down in glory. It was just phenomenal. I couldn't, it was amazing to me. Second night, over 100 people, probably over 100, 1,500, 20, 30, somewhere around there. You get the idea. But over 100 people come up to the altar again. Nothing was like the first night, though. But it was just absolutely amazing what is happening in Clarksburg. Because these are people that you can tell they have been living a life full of misery. And that's all broken. And they're making the decision to live their life for Christ. And Jonathan gives them these little pamphlets after the service that gives them various churches that they can go to in the area to further strengthen their relationship with God. But what was taking place there? You could tell that it was genuine, that these people were genuinely having a life-changing experience. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I think that we're going to witness in the last days a revival that is going to sweep across the country. I do think that is going to happen. And I think it's already happening in West Virginia. We're having revival here. And I don't know, I just get that feeling. But guys, you need to pray for that. Continue praying for it. Continue praying for revival in America, that people wake up and turn back to God. Guys, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you can make it to Clarksburg, they're going to be continuing that Festival of Life all the way to September 14th. Starts at 5:30. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.